The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Saquon Barkley, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. A gain of 3, second down.
3-yard pickup.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Saquon Barkley. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Carr completes it. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. He finds Beckham complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards there, good for a Washington first down. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. On the run, it's Barkley. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Levante David in on the tackle.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Now, they try to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. To throw, it's Carr. Flush to his right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. Past the 20. I'm not sure that you can say that the rain caused that interception, but look, it's clear that throwing the football is going to be tough in these conditions.
No doubt about it, and different quarterbacks handle it different ways. Some guys think the rain isn't a big deal, but wind affects them a little bit more. But you have to wonder, will these conditions hold scoring down? Are we going to have like a 9-6 type of a game? And then the pressure goes on the punters, who often hold for field goal attempts. Can they handle the snap and get the ball down so they can kick it?
It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. To throw is Darnold. That's complete right around the 8. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to make it 4th down.
A 25-yard attempt.
Badgley able to knock this one through, and the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. It'll continue to be interesting in these wet conditions how these kickers fare, but first test, passed.
And how about how the special teams unit handled that? A lot of concentration to make sure the ball didn't slip through his fingers. After the snap, got it down and let him pop it through the posts.
And this carries into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. But they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. That'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 20-yard line.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
Taken from just outside the 30. 35 yards that time on the punt, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
throwing again on second down. Darnold is going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers, but now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
93.
On 1st down, Carr going deep downfield for Ross. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it, couldn't get it. And it's 2nd down.
On the coverage.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress, and I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. That's complete to DK Metcalf. Yeah, he needed to get to the midfield stripe, but he can't do it. He's about a yard short. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
4th down.
Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Chargers 3, Washington nothing.
Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Foxborough. The Patriots, they're out to an early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. The Charger drive about to get going. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Darnold from the gun. Throw left side complete. That's Drake. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Flushed out right. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It'll be a 20-yard gain on the play. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
First down, Los Angeles.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. To throw again on 2nd down. Darnold. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. What a play that turns out to be. 36 yards. Fournette, a first down carry. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
3-yard pickup.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Escaping the pressure right. Letting one go deep for the end zone. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
Darnold's pass.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys, good.
Yeah.
Backside guys,
man.
That's what you're supposed to do?
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
He was taken down by Chandler.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Chargers' 21-yard line.
Now Carr. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Barkley.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
And he'll be stopped up as he could only muster a yard. So 4th down coming up on the other side as we have reached the 2-minute warning. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. And that is no good. He pulled it just a bit, just a wee bit wide left. And this score will stay right where it is. So they'll come away with nothing here. A disappointing result even on a day like this.
And as a kicker in the rain, you've got to slow things down a little bit. Give your holder an extra half second to make sure everything's secure. And here, he might have rushed this one a little, and it winds up no good.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. Darnold now to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
So he missed his lone field goal try, but he's got this one as that extends their lead.
7, Chargers 3.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now this will make it into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, This too shall pass. This too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Darnold on first down. Flush to his right. And Darnold going to be intercepted for the third time. Picked off near the 42. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover. I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn it into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Switch. Tight dog.
Looking to throw again on second down. Carr, and that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. As the first half is winding down. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Makes this Washington 14. Chargers 3.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Jeff Gladney. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. It turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach...
And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now Leonard Fournette. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Leonard Fournette, the ball.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw, Darnold. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Drake. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Give them 14 on that one, and a first down.
First down, Chargers.
On first down, Drake. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
The ball carrier.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Here's Darnold. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Complete.
11 yards there, first down.
A gain of 11.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Darnold. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Cameron Brate, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
For the Chargers.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
1-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
At the 25-yard line.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A first down carry for Barkley won't lead to much as he'll take this forward for maybe a yard. It's second down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On second down now, Barkley. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
On third down, Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They get the first. The decision to run on third and medium winds up being a good one. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Now they'll throw with Carr. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers have made this a one-score game.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
And he's not going to get in as a try for 2 comes up empty. So they will be unable to cut this to a field goal as the differential remains 5. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll go to Barkley again. Stays on his feet. He'll have a first down past the 40 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. A gain there of 21 yards. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now it's Barkley. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Washington on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Carr. And that is incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And they'll run for it with Barkley. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. Saquon Barkley denied on 4th down. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll get this across midfield to the 48.
Fournette, the ball carrier.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
The tackle made back at his 48-yard line.
Throwing here on 3rd down. Darnold flushed out right. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. Complete. He finds Bray. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time. And now it's 1st and 10. Hit as he throws there. Incomplete. Watkins, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
This is caught. Watkins. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Sammy Watkins. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Darnold to throw again. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as head play backfires in a big way.
22.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Shotgun now for Carr. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way a little bit.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock, in a tight 1-point game. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They keep it with Barkley on first down. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
The ball carrier.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
3rd and 4.
This is out quickly to the right. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes, but receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown puts him up 7. But now's when the fun begins, partner, because if you go ahead and kick the extra point, it's still a 1-possession game. Go for 2, you might put it out of reach.
Yeah, a little decision to be made. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the lead is up to 8. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
Intercepted. They'll take over first and 10. At the 39.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Now after the INT, it's Carr. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
Today's finals, Washington.
Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Get your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for Washington, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.